Hello everyone, I'm Jinyu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'd like to talk about the issue of soil erosion within our bodies. Many fans have experienced acute diarrhea, and there's an old saying that even the strongest person can't withstand 3 instances of it. From the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine, diarrhea is very harmful to the body, particularly damaging the soil, which refers to our spleen and stomach. I've discussed the issue of weak spleen and stomach leading to loose stools before, and today I'll talk about the relationship between acute diarrhea and our intestines. To stop the diarrhea, we should immediately strengthen the body's diet to prevent such soil erosion. Let me give you a simple example to illustrate the point. In recent years, our country has suffered severe soil erosion in the Yellow River and Yangtze River areas. To protect arable land, the nation has raised the slogan of preventing soil erosion. The purpose of preventing soil erosion is to protect farmland. Only when the farmland is well protected can we harvest crops. Similarly, to ensure we are not troubled by hunger. Our body's situation is the same. The intestines in our body are like the river channel of a big river. If not reinforced, it's not only the loss of substances in the river water, but also the continuous loss of nutrients from our bodies. This is the soil erosion within our bodies. The more it is lost, the more similar the symptoms of diarrhea are to soil erosion. Many people have diarrhea issues and have experienced that it's not due to gastroenteritis or other diseases, but as soon as they eat something stimulating, their stomach starts rumbling, calling out. Some people can't stand the cold after getting up in the morning, and they have to rush to the bathroom as soon as the wind blows. I once met a fan who was young, 30 years old, with the surname Sun, preparing for graduate entrance exams during his study period. He performed well in each mock exam, but he failed the exam twice. Friends and parents around him felt very strange and asked if he was nervous. Xiao Song said he was indeed nervous, and his stomach hurt and he wanted to go to the bathroom as soon as he was nervous. How could he focus on the exam? It was because of this diarrhea that he failed the exam twice. Isn't that a pity? I also remember a case where diarrhea caused someone to miss a train, but Xiao Sun missed the opportunity of taking the graduate entrance exam in his life. Having taken it twice, after hearing these, I also felt very regretful. It's a pity that an excellent person has to leave a regret because of diarrhea. He said he is not going to take the exam again. The key is that his diarrhea is too sudden. As soon as he eats something, he wants to expel some of it immediately, without transforming and absorbing nutrients. Isn't this soil erosion for the body? Over time, it will become a big problem. So today, I will talk to you about the knowledge of diarrhea so that everyone can take precautions in life and prevent the 3 aspects preventing the sudden onset of diseases, preventing the recurrence of diseases, and preventing minor illnesses from becoming major ones. The occurrence of any disease has a reason. If you achieve these 3 aspects in your daily life, do you still need to worry about injections and medications? Do you still have to worry about surgery in the hospital? The essence of health preservation is in the little details of life. Do we often pay attention to these details in our daily lives? As the saying goes, diseases come from the mouth, which is the key to preventing diarrhea. The first point is to pay attention to the hygiene of drinking water. Have you heard the saying, water is the source of life? I tell everyone that water is not only the source of life but also the source of life for those bacteria and microorganisms once you drink unclean water. The harmful substances and microorganisms in the water enter your body, settle down, and colonize in your intestines, which will definitely cause problems. Therefore, I recommend that you drink boiled water and not gulp it down. You should sip it slowly and learn to savor the taste of water. Some people say, what does water taste like? I tell everyone that water is actually very sweet. Although it is tasteless, if you savor it slowly, it still has a sweet taste. When you are sick, you feel it is as bitter as medicine. When you think about the taste, everything is born from the heart. However, in the face of diarrhea, we should still drink more boiled water and sip it slowly. The second aspect is that raw and cooked foods must be separated to avoid bacterial cross-contamination of food. In addition, if the leftovers are not stored properly in the refrigerator or are not heated thoroughly, if you have an allergic constitution, I suggest eating less or no seafood because there are many microorganisms, bacteria, and parasites in seafood, which are harmful to the body. Moreover, we must always remember to wash our hands frequently and maintain the hygiene of our environment. Speaking of frequent hand washing, I won't elaborate on it, as everyone knows it's important. Environmental hygiene is also crucial. You see, in summer, there are many flies and mosquitoes, which also carry viruses and bacteria. So try to keep our interiors free of insects. The last thing to pay attention to is if someone around you has acute diarrhea, try to avoid using public chopsticks or dining together with them to prevent bacterial transmission. When many people have diarrhea, they don't like to eat, thinking that eating will stimulate the intestines and make diarrhea worse. This view is actually incorrect. You have diarrhea and the nutrients you eat are lost. If you don't eat at this time, your body will be weak, especially the elderly who may have multiple diseases at once. So at this time, the body is relatively weak. I suggest that you should eat something. If you give other diseases a chance to take advantage, your body is already weak, and viruses and bacteria are more likely to find you. So, everyone must eat. I recommend that you can drink some millet porridge, which is easy to nourish the spleen and stomach. This is very helpful when we have diarrhea. So I suggest that you can also prepare some dietary plans, such as peeling an apple and steaming it in a pot for 10 minutes, eating 2 a day, one in the morning and one in the evening. This method is for people with normal blood sugar. If blood sugar is high, I will tell you another method, which is to use special super probiotics, which can directly adjust the balance of intestinal microflora. Remember, it's called TM supercomposite bacteria. It has a dual effect on diarrhea and constipation. Today, I talked to you about diarrhea, which is commonly known as runny stomach. It's the most common intestinal disease because the normal intestine has a large number of beneficial bacteria for protection, and after the intestinal flora is out of balance. The intestines are like a desert land, which is prone to soil erosion with a little wine and rain, and is prone to reactions such as diarrhea, constipation, and indigestion with a little food or drug stimulation. In addition, there is a problem of chronic and intractable diseases. So, habitual diarrhea often occurs, and one of them is the worry that diarrhea occurs when under tension and pressure. This is diarrhea for no reason. Many people complain about that lack, and how can they fall apart at a critical moment? In fact, when it comes to this, I will tell you that it is related to our emotions. I once had a good friend, surnamed Bai, called Mr. Bai, and it was our big brother Bai. How did I meet him? In fact, it was many years ago when I took the driving test together. Men may have an innate advantage over women in operating machinery. Usually, he practiced well and his skills were excellent. In fact, I often consulted him. But in the end, when the exam was coming, how was it? For no apparent reason, he had diarrhea, stomachache, and discomfort, and always wanted to go to the toilet. Seeing his appearance, I immediately understood why he had diarrhea. I happened to have probiotics with me, but I was a bit embarrassed at the time. After the first exam, he did fail. I knew it was caused by psychological factors. Later, I gave him some probiotics and said, "It's okay. Just take it, and when you make an appointment for the exam next time, I believe you can pass it in one try." This is caused by oneself, and we often say self-urine turbidity. Excessive tension leads to diarrhea. I believe there are many people in life who are like this. For example, if they have to speak on stage, they're anxious to go to the bathroom, and they get nervous and anxious. So, I suggest that if you have this situation, you should adjust from the psychological aspect, regulate from the emotional aspect, and not make things difficult for yourself. If you don't pass this time, try again next time. You see, taking a driving test makes you go to the toilet repeatedly, right? So, it's a psychological factor, and the oral probiotics can also help our intestinal flora achieve a certain balance. Well, today's topic of diarrhea is here. If everyone often has diarrhea, whether it's caused by emotions or intestinal flora imbalance, I hope everyone will pay more attention because long-term diarrhea or unformed stools can easily lead to soil erosion in the body. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Friends, see you next time. If this program is helpful to you, please forward and share it with more people. Let love be passed on and benefit more people. I am Jinyu. Thank you for watching.